Passion zone. A lot of people don't even spend time on their passions, don't even know what their passions are. The way you figure out what your passions are is you ask yourself, if I was to pay you $1 million a year, and I tell you pick what you want to do, what would you pick? What would you pick, Al? Why don't you call on one or two people? I'm just curious. And then you could pass a torch to somebody after.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what I would do. I wanted to be a photographer for like National Geographic, where you can go either into the jungle or go into certain places that are rich in culture and just photograph life. That's exactly what I would want to do, because I just feel like you would learn a lot about yourself. You would learn a lot about other cultures. And I just think there's like a richness with that. I don't know, because I don't experience it, but that's what I would do.
How long have you wanted to do that for?
Well, my dad used to be a photographer, so like ever since I picked up his camera and started to kind of do it, and I like to travel as well, and like I've gone to a couple places abroad and taken photos, and just kind of like it's one of those situations where you can be creative, but at the same time you could also be with yourself. You just kind of like create art, but at the same time you learn. I don't know, it's just something about it that is intriguing to me, and I do it for free. I make videos for friends for free. I do it for free.
What's the first place you would go? What would be the most amazing place to go and do that?
I mean, I would probably want to go to a bunch of places, but Iceland is on top of the list. Like going to Africa, where I'm just in the wild jungle, is on top of the list. Spain, I actually went to Barcelona. That was super cool. London was cool. Honestly, anywhere and everywhere. Dangerous places if need be, where the weather's not perfect.
What's the one place that you haven't been to that you want to go? It's on your bucket list.
I'm going to go to Iceland soon, probably within the next year for sure. I'm going to go.
How much does it cost to go to Iceland?
For what I want to do, I want to bring both my kids with me too, so they can experience it as well. I'd say anywhere between like $7,500 to about $12,500 maybe for what I want to do.
Well, here's what I'll tell you, Al. You seem like a great guy. And if anything I'm going to do by the end of this phone call for you today is I'm going to try to save you enough money that you could go to Iceland by the end of the year. And the only thing I ask from you is when you get to Iceland, you send me a picture with your 2 kids and let me know you made it there, because that's why I solely do what I do every single day. And that's why I'm going to help you out with a mortgage today, okay?
That sounds good. I appreciate that.
In a phone call, that right there that me and Al just talked about, by the way, is the most important part of your phone call with your clients, especially when you're doing a refinance. That right there is how I sell loans. You see how happy Al was talking about the stuff he loved? 90% of brokers, they talk about on the phone, how much you make, how much you have in the bank, how much is, how much at, how much is, how much at. Okay, let me call you back and get your numbers. No emotion, no passions. But if I sold Al the loan and I saved him $500 a month and I got him 10 grand out in cash, and then I told him, hey, I found a package for Iceland, I just emailed it to you, and I help him book his Iceland trip with his kid, and I push him to cross off a bucket list item, you think Al's gonna shop me? You think Al's gonna leave me? You think I could get some referrals from Al? Because I'm the only fucker that went through all this with Al and built a friendship with him on the phone when everybody else was just talking numbers.